spooky. Ooh. The jack-o'-lantern. Whoa! Or whatever Shaq does in that video. I don't know. Blood, infants, ash, A. Blood, infants, ash, A. Ooh, spooky things. Scary, spooky. Ooh, ghosts. What if the podcast was haunted? What if like this podcast was actually like haunted? And yeah. What if like this podcast is actually like haunted, and there was like a ghost within the podcast, and it was out to kill you, and it will kill you. Don't let the killer get you. Don't let the killer get you, like what Wendy says. The killer is out to get us, guys. The killer. Ooh, the killer. Full of ghosts? Full of ghosts and goblins and things. And the kill, it's a good time for the killer. Like how this coffee cake is pretty killer. The coffee cake that I'm eating, pretty killer, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm so spooky. Ooh. You're all excited? Are you guys excited? Because it's the Halloween special. The Halloween special of the podcast. We haven't done a Halloween special in a hot minute. Hot diggity dog. Right? Yeah. Woo. Woo. So spooky. It's a spooky time of year. Full of ghosts and ghouls and goblins and elves. Oh, that's just fantasy. And the killer. Can't forget about the killer. The killer, guys. Killer. Is there a gif of Wendy saying the killer on Discord? Hold on. Don't let the killer get you. I'm gonna keep thinking about that dumbass video throughout the rest of for the next 40 minutes. It's so dumb. Why does she keep bringing up the killer? Who is the killer? We need to address this. Who is the killer? Chud Dog. We're watching Chud Dog again. Chud Dog, tell me, who is the killer? Who is the killer, Chud Dog? Chud Dog is so cute, you guys. This dog is so cute. I love this dog so much. He's so cute. Excuse me. But Chud Dog, tell me, who is the killer? You must answer me. You must answer me, Chud Dog. Who is the killer? Guys, comment down below who you think the killer is. Right now. Do it now. We gotta know. We gotta know who the killer is. We have to figure out who the killer is. It's important. It is important that this be done. We have to figure out who the killer is. It's necessary. It is necessary that we figure out who the killer is. I'm gonna move on for that. Anyways, welcome guys. Welcome to our Halloween spooktacular or whatever. Because Halloween is in the coming week, and it's the last Saturday before the month. So I figured why not just do a Halloween special and be all spooky. Ooh, like ghosts. Ooh. If Layla were here, she'd probably be like, "Oh, here's the gif of the freaking job application." I did not. I had no idea what I was trying to say there for a second. But job application. Ooh, so spooky. And I'd be like, so scary. Job applications. Ooh, getting a job. So scary. I am afraid of job applications. What's even the point, man? What's even the point? What is the point? Anyways, gang. Shall we get into some spooky questions? We got some spooky questions, guys. Okay, so first question, it comes from Rebecca Black Skies. The first spook from Black Skies. What if Hawk-Tuah was called Hawk-Boo-ah? Ah! So scary! Ah! I am so afraid. Chud Dog, are you afraid? Ah! That is so frightening. I cannot get Hawk-Boo-ah! Ah! Ah! So scary. I am scared. I am so scared. Are you scared, Chud Dog? Chud Dog is scared. This is terrifying. That's actually terrifying. Why would you say that? Rebecca Black Skies, why would you say that? That's so scary. That might be the scariest thing I've seen this year. That is so scary. Hawk-Boo-ah. I'm getting shivers just thinking about Hawk-Boo-ah. So scary. I am scared now. I'm shivering. We're only one question in, and I'm already shivering in my timbers. This is insane. You agree, Chud Dog? Chud Dog just wants me to pet her. You're so cute. You're such a cute little doggy. I love this dog. She got groomed, but not that kind of groom, like the dog kind of groomed. And she's very soft right now because of it. She's very soft and fluffy. Chud Dog! Oh, we love Chud Dog. We love Chud Dog. Anyways, so that was the first spook from Rebecca. Next spook, also from Black Skies. She said, "Riz or treat? It's so scary. Rebecca, why are you doing this? This is so spooky. I am scared. I am so scared. Riz or treat? Give you something good to Riz or treat? I'm trying to think of how to make it like a Riz or treat, brain my rot. Give me something good to if you don't skibbity. There we go. I figured it out. I should finish chewing. I should finish this piece of coffee cake. I'm eating. I am eating. Riz or treat. That's a good one, Rebecca. That's a good one. Anyways, but those two questions were from I can't talk. Those two questions were from Rebecca Black Skies. Thank you, Rebecca. Much appreciated. Next question from Tracy Court. How Tracy is getting a job interview at the Vans store at 6 a.m. PST. That's early as fucking shit. Jesus Christ. That's extremely early. But cool. I guess that's cool. I guess I don't really know what to say to that. But thanks for the question. Next question from Carsmell Art. Carmelo the goat. Go follow Carsmell Art on Instagram. Funky's Funnies, best comic on the planet. Best comic strip on Instagram of all time, even. Anyways. Scary comics. I do know that there are a lot of horror comics out there. Especially in the indie scene. I myself have not read many of them. But I do actually have a little bit of insight into this. I think like the other year, maybe like either last year or 2 years ago, I was reading a few like spooky-ish comics. Um, one was from Image. I think it was called like The Closet. I think. Don't laugh at that. Not the closet of what you think. Not as in gay. Not as in coming out of the closet. It was just called The Closet. And let me eat another bite of coffee cake. And so let me try and remember, because this was a while back. I think it was only like 6 issues or something. I think it was only like a 6-issue miniseries. It was called The Closet. It was really good. I really liked it. From what I can remember, it was basically about this like kid who was afraid that there was this like weird alien monster thing hiding in his closet, and it would come like out to like breathe on him, like some like sleep paralysis demon shit. That was kind of like the main premise, but like the actual plot revolved around like the kid's dad. It revolved around his parents, because his dad was like kind of this like weird like millennial family dynamic where his dad was like really struggling to like find a job, and his mom was like really not happy being with the kid's dad. But I don't think I ever finished reading it, but from what I read, it was pretty good. Spoiler alert. Plot twist was that there is in fact no monster in the closet. It's really just kind of the kids, I guess, like the monster in the closet is more like a metaphor from what I remember. It was like a metaphor slash like manifestation of his parents like dwindling relationship, and how like his father kind of treated him, and how like his father treated his mother and stuff like that. I remember too that like the dad would always try to like have all these like little moments with the son, like, oh yeah, like I did this with my dad when I was your age, and it was like a blast, but like the kid wasn't having like any of it. He just didn't really want to be there. I'm pretty sure it was called The Closet. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. Excuse me. Pretty good read. Pretty good read. If you can find it, I'd recommend it. Then there was this one comic that I read, also the other year, I think. Hey, Macy. Hi, doggy. It's my other dog. It's my bulldog. Hey, Speedy, come here. Hey, Speedy. Here she comes. Oh, not you, chub dog. Alright, we'll give you some scratches too. What am I trying to say? There was another horror comic that I read. But I can't remember what it was called. All I know is that it was by R.L. Stine. You know the guy behind Goosebumps. Yeah, it was that guy. He did this like comic for some indie company. I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember what the comic was called. I just know that it was by R.L. Stine. It kind of presented itself as like a bit of an anthology series, but I only read like 1 issue of it. It might still be ongoing. It might not be. I'm not sure. Because again, I only really read 1 issue of it. But I do remember quite liking that 1 issue. I'm trying to remember the plot. So, let me think. Yeah, so basically it was... oh, excuse you. Excuse you, Macy. Basically... So yeah, it was kind of like it presents itself as like an old horror anthology series where there's this like creepy dude. He's like he has this like collection of like spooky like artifacts and like collectibles and stuff, and like each one has like a little story to it, and he tells the story. I think like the first story, at least that story in that issue, from what I remember, it was basically about these news reporter people. I think they were either like filmmakers or like news reporter people, and they stumbled upon this like mad scientist, like mad doctor person who was like trying to like revive the dead or something. And I get the details beyond that are kind of sketch for me. But I think it was kind of building up that like whatever that like mad doctor was doing was going to lead to like some like viral outbreak of like zombies or something like that. It was something like that. But yeah. Also, sorry, I just realized I'm sitting very far away from my computer while I'm recording this. So sorry if I sound a little bit more quiet than usual, but let me finish this last big bite of coffee cake. Well, dude. It's good shit. It's good shit, man. Hold on. I'm eating. I am consuming food. Let me think. Let me think. But yeah, that comic by R.L. Stine was pretty good. I can't remember. Well, let me just try and look up what it was called. Let's see. Let's see. RP. R.L. Stine comic. My dog is barking at something. Not you two. Not all of you. Okay, it was by Boom Studios. The series is called Stop of Nightmares. Excuse me. Chad dog. Stop it. Oh, great. Now everyone's barking. Call it a jump scare. The dogs have gotten jump scared. I can keep Chud dog quiet. Shh. You are not threatening. You are literally like a tiny little white dog. You are not threatening at all. But yeah. So okay, yeah. So I looked it up. That comic is called Stuff with Nightmares. Shush. You. Shush. Comic's called Stuff with Nightmares. Pretty good. From that one like singular issue that I read. Would recommend probably. I don't have like the rest of it played out. Stop. Cease your barking. Cease, I say, cease. It's very annoying, and I don't think my podcast audience wants to listen to it. My podcast audience of like 2 people. Actually, for some reason, the last episode got 28 views. I don't know why, but that happened. But let me think. But yeah, those are all the questions on the Instagram side of things. Thank you all for those questions. Let me check if we got any emails. I gotta go to Gmail. Let us see. Nope. Don't think so. No emails. No, nothing spooky. Nothing. Maybe on YouTube comment, please. YouTube comment, please. YouTube comments? No. Nothing of the sort. But yeah. Yeah, guys. Send us emails, questions for the podcast. We would love them, and we will answer them 100%. We will answer them. What am I trying to say? Yeah, send us your emails, guys. Leave comments. We'll get to them. We'll try and get to them. Believe me. Dude, we literally made like most of an episode out of a mystery of some random freaking comic comment that we got. So yeah, guys, seriously, so send us send us emails and such. We love them genuinely, and we love you guys. We love you guys for tuning in. Comment down below if you've made it this far. Comment down below. I don't know. Comment down below Halloween or something funny like that. Something spooky. Comment something spooky, or I don't know. Spook to a boo on that thing. I will probably get lynched for that remark. Maybe let's just not talk about it. Perhaps. But yeah, guys. Now is the part where I have to figure out how to fill the void for the next 20 minutes. So, guys, how are we all doing? It's spooky. Let me ask the Discord chat. Oh, what's that Discord? You guys have any spooky stories that I can tell on the podcast? Let's just ask. Let's see if anyone responds. I myself don't have any personal ghost stories per se. I've had times where I was like creeped out, you know. Or well, I get like creeped out a lot. Sometimes when I'm like home alone, I feel like I'm naturally alone or whatever. You know, stuff like that. And like I feel presences and stuff, and it's just generally creepy and makes my skin crawl. But I don't know. Actually, there was one story, one experience. I can't remember when this was. I just remember, like, I think this one time, I think it was when I was at my old house, my previous place of residence. So, like, at some point when I was in high school, I think. At some point when I was in high school, I just remember feeling like something rubbing my back, and I heard, like, laughing. Like really weird, like, giggly laughter. Kind of like a... I feel like kind of like a... Like Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. Kind of like that kind of goofy laughter, like that kind of laughter, and it was really weird. I just felt that like one night, when I was at my old house randomly. Me and my youngest sister, we both swear to like God that house was haunted. It was generally creepy. So it was a really old house. and it was there were, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes you just got that little creepy feeling at that house. Um, Otherwise, I also remember. Let me think. What else do I remember? There was also this like one time when there was this one time me and my dad we were down in Los Angeles for a we were down in Los Angeles for like a concert, and we stayed in this like super super old hotel, like really really old, like redonkulously old hotel. And like I'm pretty sure that hotel was like 150 years old or something. It was like a really old hotel. It was like apparently it was like really popular like way back in the day, like way back in like early Hollywood. But since kind of like dwindled in like popularity and shit. Um, we stayed there because it was only like 3 blocks away from where we were seeing the concert, so we just stayed there overnight. And I just like remember we both woke well like that night while we were sleeping. We both like simultaneously like woke up at like 3 a.m. and then we went back to sleep. It's really weird. Like I know it doesn't sound that weird, but it just like felt really weird. So I think we got visited by like some sort of presence then, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I don't ask me. Um, but yeah, I think some shenanigans were happening there. Let me think. Yeah, I don't think I have that many more personal like experiences or like encounters with like quote unquote ghosts or like weird creepy shit. Um, I do remember like a really long time ago. Um, so I live like right next to a freeway, and sometimes at night you can hear like these muffled like really loud voices like psh, and it's really weird. If you're like up late at night or like early in the morning, you'll definitely hear them. And for the longest time, I had no idea what the fuck it was. I remember asking like my friends at school because again another also when I was back in like high school. Um, I remember asking them. I was not asking, but I was like, oh yeah, I sometimes hear like really weird freaky shit at night, and they're like, oh, where do you live? And I was like, oh, I live off of so and so, and they were like, oh yeah, it's probably aliens, and I was like, guys, what the fuck? But turns out it's just the highway patrolman, fucking yelling at people who are speeding down the freeway every night, for God knows what reason. So yeah, that happens. Um, but yeah, there's that. Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, like personally, again, just not. I've just never really had those like kind of experiences with ghosts. Um, I kind of wish I had like other people. I genuinely thought other people would show up for this episode, but I guess not. I was really excited. I was like, oh, we're gonna tell some spooktacular stories or whatever, but guess not. But yes, that's funny. Guys, comment down below. Scary stories. Scary stories. I'm trying to think what other like spooky things I can talk about. A lot of people are probably curious because I'm quite a film buff. What my favorite horror movie is, to which I say I'm not quite certain. I think it's The Shining. According to my top 100 favorite movies list, I think it's The Shining, but there are like two others that are higher that I'm not sure can be counted as horror. The other two being Donnie Darko and Perfect Blue. I think Perfect Blue counts as a horror movie. I'm pretty sure that is a horror movie. Donnie Darko, I'm not that sure if it counts as a horror movie. I think it's just like a weird, like supernatural thriller or whatever. But like, I mean, it's a supernatural movie, so I'm pretty sure supernatural kind of falls under horror. Also, it takes place in October. It's literally about like the build up to like Halloween and shit. So I don't know. I think it counts. I know there are like two other horror movies that were on my like top 100 favorite films list. At least off the top of my head, I know Possession is on there, and I know Rosemary's Baby is on there. Both are two. Well, those other two are also pretty good. Would recommend. Very, very important to film history. Rosemary's Baby, at least, is. Because that is where, at least I'm pretty sure that is the first instance of the upside down cross being used to represent the devil or whatever. At least I think that was like actually the first instance of that. So I know the upside down cross is not actually meant to represent not meant to represent the Antichrist or the devil or like whatever. I know that's the thing that technically that came from pop culture and it's not actually a thing in any sort of canonicity. But I'm not sure if Rosemary's Baby was the first instance of that. I just remember hearing somewhere that it is. I'm not sure. I wish Rebecca was here because Rebecca would fact check me. I need my fact checker. Rebecca, I need you to come on. I need my fact checker. We need the fact checks. We need fact checks. Yes. But yeah, those are my favorite horror movies. I think I did consider a couple other horror movies. For my top 100 list, that didn't make the cut. I do quite like the Evil Dead. I've only seen the first two Evil Dead movies, but I did quite like them both. I have not seen Army of Darkness, and I haven't seen like the remake and the one they did last year. But I have seen the first two. I did quite like them. The second one is quite amusing to me. I like that scene where like everyone's like laughing. I thought that was pretty funny. Thought that was pretty amusing. Night of the Living Dead, actually, the original one from the late 60s by George A. Romero. That is still a very good movie in my opinion. I think it holds up very well, even despite its age. It's the first zombie movie. I think it's very interesting. Like, yeah, some of it hasn't not necessarily like socially or anything. Like, I'll get into that. But like like obviously like some of the effects are like outdated, but it's still like a very bleak and tense movie, you know, and it's a very grim movie too, all things considered. Oh, go say hi. Go say hi. But yeah, it's a very like grim movie. It's very bleak. It's also quite. It's kind of like it's a bit of a progressive movie too, all things considered, because the main character is a black man. Because you know, like, you know, there's that like stereotype of horror movies, that like trope that, oh yeah, the black dude always dies first. Not in Night of the Living Dead, actually. He's kind of the main character. He technically and he's also the only character. Spoiler alert, but he's the only character in the movie to like actually like who actually like survives the actual night itself, which is rather interesting. He does die at the end of the movie, though. He gets spoilers alert if you haven't seen it, but it's a really old movie. I doubt anyone cares. He does get shot by police officers at the end of the movie, but it's like, how's that for social commentary? But yeah, pretty good movie. I'd say that's another one of my favorites. I'd say very good again, and you know, like there's a whole thing I think with horror movies that you know, they don't horror out of all movie genres, horror movies are like the least likely to age well. You know, but again, I still think that the OG Night of the Living Dead, I think that movie still sits pretty well. I think it's still a pretty quality movie. I'd still I don't honestly recommend watching it again. It's also important because, you know, it's like the first zombie movie, and you know, it quite literally created and pioneered that genre. I'm pretty sure. And you know, and that's, you know, zombies are still like extremely popular to this day. When I was younger, actually, you know, the two things that I was that I was scared of the most were two things that I was scared of the most were zombies and the prospect of alien invasion. Though those two things scared the shit out of me when I was younger. Those prospects. I think Alien Invasion, because I watched when I was younger, when I was little, I watched well, I didn't watch it all the way through, but I watched that like first. I remember in the movie Independence Day with Will Smith was on TV, and I either like my dad or like my sisters were watching it, or not sisters, but my older sister was watching something like that. And I remember seeing the scene where the big alien ships like blast their freaking lasers into like all the like national monuments and whatnot. It got to that part, and I remember that shit just like stuck with me when I was younger, and it scared the shit out of me. And you know, I was always like really scared of the prospect of alien invasion after that. I don't really know where like my fear of zombies came from. I don't know where that started exactly. Cause I don't think I ever really like interacted with zombie media that much when I was younger. I don't think it was even possible for me to do that. Yeah. But yeah, and that is 40 minutes. But yeah, for 40 minutes, 40 spooky minutes. But yeah, guys, it's been a pretty solid episode, I'd say. Got to talk about some spooky things. Spent at least half of it answering questions. See guys, this is why you gotta send in questions, because it gives us stuff to talk about. It really helps fill out these episodes, and we genuinely appreciate it. So yeah, guys, I hope everyone, if you are going out for Halloween in the coming days, stay safe. Make sure to stay safe if you do any activities or whatnot. Stay safe. Celebrate responsibly, please. Don't do anything stupid. And yeah, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that stuff. Send us your emails. Email us questions, guys. You can email us like big major questions or like big stuff, and I don't know. You know what I mean. Yeah. Ding the notification bell or whatever. All that stuff. Just do it all. Do it all. But yeah, guys. What? Dino's gone. I don't know. But yeah, guys. This has been, or no, sorry. I am Chelsea J, and this has been People with Valid Opinions. We will see you all at some point in the future. Please take care of yourselves.